Matt, what really frustrates you? You have a lot to say here in our house, and maybe a few that might listen outside of the house, but why don't you take it to the people, Matt. Take it to the people.
Well, okay. My current rant is, and this one sticks with me quite a bit actually. It's very frustrating to me how it's simple but not easy to work on relationship recovery stuff. You and I, we created this intimacy intervention trial study that we did. It was a year-long study. We had like 30 participants. It was well attended, and we had 8 interventions as part of this intimacy intervention, trying to help people get their intimacy back on track after alcoholism. And because of imposter syndrome and wanting it to be worthwhile and valuable, we had, like I said, 8 interventions, which is a lot. And they were increasingly complicated and difficult to execute and emotionally stressful. And what we saw is people's participation kind of trailed off because I think for 2 reasons. One, it was hard to do what we were asking people to do. And second, it not only was it hard to do, but just the volume of it was a lot. And if you're not getting immediate wins, immediate success, it's hard to keep going with something. And recovery work's hard work. It's long-term work. But now in hindsight, I think 8 is too much to start with. I think people need one simple thing. And so again, I think it's simple but not easy. And the simple thing is to be nice to each other. The degree to which emotional safety is important in a relationship, this is something we stress over and over. We do it on the podcast, we do it in writing. Everyone knows there's a red line you don't cross regarding physical abuse, but the emotional abuse that takes place not only in alcoholism and in alcoholic relationships, but just in society in general, is just, it's mind-boggling to me now that I know to be looking for it. And we talk to people all the time and they're like, yeah, okay, I'm sober and I'm working on myself and my partner's working on their self and we're both doing the individual work, but what do we do about the fact that I was really mad about the way the dishwasher was loaded, and I let her know that the dishwasher's loaded wrong, and she let me know that I don't unload it often enough, and that's kind of a crappy example, but whatever the example is, it's still disrespect for each other and a lack of emotional safety in relationships, and we hear it over and over and over again because people get in this pattern of bickering at each other and taking shots at each other, and they can't get out of it. And so forget about an 8-part intimacy intervention. If you want intimacy to return and you want trust to return and you want the relationship to start getting healthier, the very first thing you got to do is find a consistent way to be nice to each other. Just don't, think about what you're upset about and then reword it and say it nicely. Or even better yet, 90% of the time, don't say it at all. I'm not about stifling conversation or stifling emotions, but if something happens and it upsets you, but it's not the person's fault that you're going to take it out on, don't take it out on them. And if we could just learn to be nice, this is the person that's most important in your life. On your deathbed someday, you're going to want them sitting next to you. If we would treat that person that way all the time, and I mean all the time, I don't mean most of the time, I mean all the time, because one explosion a week is enough to just wreck any kind of emotional repair that's taking place. And so that's why I say it's simple. It's not easy. Changing patterns that have lasted decades, super difficult. But that's where the energy needs to put. Don't try 8 different things to get things on track with increasing complexity. Try one thing that's simple and just get really good at it. So, I don't know. That's what I'm ranting about.
Okay.
Good for you?
I thought it was good. I think when you say about being nice, it's nice in a way of being respectful.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be spoken to that way, so don't speak to the other person that way.
Yeah.
I think that goes a long way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm going to nicely tell you what I think about how you loaded the dishwasher.
And I'll take it because I'll say, you always redo it anyhow.